here. We got some Soriz to start us off. Yo, it might have taken G-Tech over 6 hours to find a Versusia, but it took us only 3 minutes. Let's go.
A lot faster for us, and honestly, I'm still really enjoying getting to see Versusia, even after like some of her changes and everything. This character, I still think, is just really fun to watch. Her conversions are still amazing. Her damage is still fairly high. Just, you know, not getting some of the very, very strong clash potentials or, you know, as dangerous of combos in the midstream of just that 5U as before. But still, she can get some really cool stuff. That combo was honestly really just cool to see. The frame kill with the 6-6M, excuse me?
Dude, that's some Ladiva level. This looked like it should have actually worked, but it didn't, and it's actually just a frame kill down.
Dang, alright, sure.
Oh. Jump scared.
I'm not gonna lie, that I'm grinning ear to ear at that point. That just looked so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, Versusia definitely, she got hit by the nerf. 5UU is no longer plus. 5L is no longer very, very overtuned. But she's still, Nenechi, really good button. Still has a lot of great combo routes. Still has some very good pressure, especially with her 2M being a good defensive tool as well.
Oh man, look at this Soriz damage right here. So much damage. Considering it is Versusia, she has higher than average health, if I remember correctly. So that's a ton of damage that went through.
You're gonna bait someone into posting the 17k health Versusia copy pass.
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
If there's one thing Soriz does well, it's damage. Especially if you're close to that corner.
Oh no, gonna be going into the SSBA. That's not enough to kill, but that's really close to both sides here.
Yeah, Obelisk using that cross up that RQ hit me with multiple times in Japan. That thing is janky to try and defend.
Scary.
Obelisk been trying anti-air. Give Obelisk a really good chance.
Ooh, yeah, just the pillar afterwards, just to kind of cover that space still. That pillar is still extremely strong, especially after the Anila, just, you know, really helps cover that space, can kind of catch rolls at times, can really just kind of put people into a large range of possibilities that they're not always ready for, especially like chip out as well, considering how low life both of them were at.
Absolutely. Right now, Bellfoyboi is trying to get all the Macho Ultimatum stacks going. SSBA range is inching closer, so might have a chance to use it if Obelisk is not just going to get killed first.
Not getting the anti-air. Didn't extend any form of hurt box. Still doing fine. Here we go with the SSBA install. Gonna be getting a lot of defense here. Some extra moves, but not getting to use them quite yet.
Tries pressing, but the 6H Ender going to end the turn and almost got caught pressing. Now you're in the corner. Don't get command grabbed.
Here it is. Oh, yeah, that's so unfortunate. You can feel it at times. Like, you just know when there's a Soriz with the install, they want that Raging Beam so bad. They want it so bad.
Yeah, everyone forgets that the Soriz has one of the command grab supers of all time. Probably one of the most devilish because he basically has to activate 2 SSBAs. You always forget that he has another one.
Exactly. Like, you're so worried about the guard crush as is from like his new moves and everything. And then you have to remember, oh yeah, there's also just a command grab that you just have to jump.
Oh, throw bait with the rock smash. Unfortunately, couldn't get a full confirm, spending that meter on the ultimate punch.
Beautiful reaction right there on the rush punch.
If there's anything that we've been able to consistently say about Versusia players ever since we've started seeing her in 1.5, they have these SBA reactions on block.
to me, I look at it and I'm like, I've seen certain Versusia players use that thing as a sniper rifle, just sniping you out from the other side of the screen. It's like, oh, you want to do a fireball? Nope, that's not gonna happen.
Well, doing it against Fireball is a lot more risky now that it lost its projectile influence a little bit earlier.
Which is,
I mean, almost not caring.
Definitely not the best for the Versusia players, but as we see, can still just be really, really dangerous. One good reaction can really take it all. Oh no! Doesn't get confirmed, possibly could have killed. Really dangerous here.
Oh, you can't spot dodge the ultimate in India, and that's going to be a 2-0 for Obelisk. It's the first of this matchup we're going to have tonight. Very common here on Paragon, usually with either Dragalia, Sprite, Yoza, and Insurgent.
Insurgent? Oh, because you're saying for use. For a second, I was like, Insurgent, Narmaya, huh?
Oh,
I was so confused. Just wait. Oh no, is there something I didn't know? Is there a character swap I was not familiar with?
Ash did get me ready for Texas Showdown for Eustace, since I did have one in my pool. So this matchup should be no surprise.
Great block, and a good punish right here as well. Should get a lot of corner carry, at the very least. Red Rat Race, good tech, but still in the corner. This is not where you want to be at. And also, you don't want to whiff that button. That's going to be a kill right here for Ash. Never mind!
Well, I got hit by the... I think Nenechi thought death was coming too. Combo's been kind of jump scared.
It jump scared me. I'm like, wait a minute, where all the other hits go? I thought we got like 15 extra more.
And she's getting clipped little by little. The M transient just getting sniped out. It's a very risky one to use in general, especially that close to your opponent.
Yeah, the reward can be nice, can get you out of the corner situation, can generally, you know, really turn the tables, but it's just, it's very risky, as you said, and if you can't get it off, you're kind of stuck here for a while, and, you know, Ashes just gonna be taking that game and really putting some good stress on Nenechi right here. Now you gotta wonder, as Nenechi, okay, your transients haven't really been working. You haven't really been able to get in almost at all. You gotta really figure out what's the ways that you want to get through things. Haven't really DP'd, so maybe we want a reversal here. Or back throw, that works too, yeah, okay.
That's the DK flip, the pain.
There's the reversal and just too far. Ash is now going to be one round away from taking this 2-0. Can Nenechi bring it back?
The important thing for Narmaya in this matchup, she kind of has to play this game exactly like vanilla, especially for this matchup, until she gets 50 meter where ult Zets and ult transients come online. Ult flip is really bad in this matchup because Eustace has this thing called 2H8, which if you whiff the first one, the second one will hit flip.
As we can see there, the grenade's recovery is actually fast enough just to get around the U-flip as well. Still not the best of options, and that's going to be a good hit for Ash. Can't quite finish it off. Doesn't even get the link with the U-Flamic Thunder. Just skill pressing after the clash. That's going to be Ash taking it
to the devil, and he shall arrive.
All right, yes, this is my student, Nekopara. Honestly, he has been doing really well recently, has grown a lot. There are certain things I'm still having to drill into his head. It is slowly starting to get through.
Yo, I got some beat that you need to talk. I did Hanarashi and the DP, and I hated for it. Rude.
Yes. That is one thing that I tell him don't do it often, but you can do it. It's very dumb. It is one of those things because there's very specific ranges where Yuel's Hanarashi is not punishable by throw, and so you can just DP if you think your opponent's still gonna go for it.
while we were speaking, Trevoni was able to get the first round. Well, gets out-poked by 6XL. That's a little unfortunate.
Every time.
I don't know if that was a BC on the stance 2M, but that was a little risky.
Ooh, wait a minute. This is going to be a good amount of damage. It does have the full meter.
I did not think Trevoni would go for the Raging Strike there, keeping the paradigm at 1 beat. Okay, never mind. It's gonna 5.
Wait! I thought it was gonna kill him. I was like, okay, now I understand why you would go for it. Like, that was a panic. That was a panic thing. I'm gonna say it's a panic, and afterwards I'm gonna beat him up. Wow. I have gotten permission from him that I can make fun of him on stream. He does not mind. But I will teach him later. For sure. He needs to know.
Oh my.
I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. Where is my low profile?
Yeah, that actually is wild.
Same side. Oh boy, okay. Gonna be going corner to corner with this. No, drops it! Unfortunate. Why the LDP? No, it was a misinput. It has to be a misinput.
Hey, at least it was the L version, so it wasn't counter hit state, because that would have been guaranteed death.
It would have, which is very, very scary, but still Ike is on super low health here. Has to worry about the chip. The throw? Excuse me? I didn't teach this guy that. The BC on -4, you could have thrown.
Yep, that was throw distance. Trevoni probably doesn't know. I labbed it out, so I know that distance well now, but... I mean, people BC some punishable things sometimes, so can't blame them.
It is one of those things where a lot of people are still kind of like, you know, it's -4, it's kind of RNG frame data. So there's some people that is just like, I'm just gonna BC. Like, might as well not risk the idea of the DP coming out afterwards as well.
You're not Suho, Ike. You're not gonna get the multiple 6Ms on stream, 5Ms on stream.
It's happened before. There we go. No! You've already conditioned them to go for the Yeah, love it.
Rare
love it.
footage
Let's go.
of Ult Thunderbird not hitting an opponent.
For once, our low profile actually works. Let's go.
The awful thing too is that Ult Thunderbird's secondary hit does hit low profiles. With the shockwave.
No, wanted to BC. That's gonna be a
you're dead.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. And we have to watch.
Yeah, and we get the alternate win stream too.
You make me have to watch my boy die. I can't believe this. For Xerom, excuse me, what is going on?
What?
We're having fun out here.
I did not see Xerom join either.
Neither did I, actually. Nice block on the overhead. And the punish as well. That is the nice thing. Oh, no, but just too far on the Raging Strike.
Suffering. We're gonna hear about that some way, somehow, about Anila can't link into Raging Strike.
Yeah, the range is not as far as far L, which is kind of crazy.
Oh no! Oh wow! I was not expecting that jump into whip. I don't think Vidril was either.
Not at all. Vidril really low on life. Yeah, I expected that 2-1-4. Great jump in for Xerom right there. Kind of just ending up in the perfect spot to deal with, you know, whether Vidril stayed or actually took the follow-up. Corner, yeah, safe jab. Yeah, we already saw a couple of times that Xerom would either, you know, block high or go for that DP, so Vidril felt confident on that safe jab, and so far doing very well with it. No punish right there. I'm impressed, actually. I thought that would have hit for sure.
Alright, getting back to some of the sheep zoning, that 6-6-H of nightmares.
So yeah, that 2-1-4U can be used in this matchup because it can get over some of the 2-3-6 sheeps. But the 2-1-4s, it does not work against, so sometimes can get stuffed, but Vidril still finding the round. Still feeling good about this.
Battle 3. Engage.
Nice jump in. Here I'm not gonna be able to find an anti-air. Getting caught backdashing? That looks like. No, jumping.
No anti-air. Went for the 2-1-4. Possibly a misinput from the cross-up. Yeah. Went for an extra jump. Oh, I'm a little surprised that that's gonna block, right?
Yeah. Surely you can't mess up that safe jab.
I've seen it before. I have messed it up.
Oh no.
I'm the one who fails. No, that's how it goes.
All right, here comes the striker throw. Goes for the overhead, just gets the key.
Wow, that 2H actually whiffing. That is impressive, especially against JU. Yuel JU actually makes her hurt box very big and just a giant square. So it's impressive whenever a 2H can whiff on something like that.
I think Xerom accidentally pressed 2M instead of 2H. Nice anti-air there from Vidril, taking another round. About to take the set.
Battle 2. Engage.
Keep it going. Here with the far M. Mixed City. Takes 2. Not going to take the 3rd.
Everyone's trying to do what Tuho did at EVO Japan. That was criminal.
Oh, no 2H. BC into DP! Vidril, what are you doing?
Hey, Vidril's been a DP bandit this set so far. It was only a matter of time before Xerom started to block.
3.
Yeah, it's very true. Vidril is usually someone who really takes advantage of the fact that Yuel has multiple reversals, really just forcing people to try to slow down and make sure that their offense is really steady. But at the same time, it can really be bad. Oh no, try to press afterwards! I mean, at least they're out of the corner. Life is about even. Both have full meter, but Xerom with just the 1 BP could take a lot more damage. Best of scenarios. That's good. Can get the safe trap. Try to go for it. BC. No!
Oh, no! Yeah, that's been a quick SSBA.
That should be a kill right here for Xerom. It should tie up the games right here. Yeah, it will.
Believe in victory.
All right.
Battle 1.
Was very, very close when it comes to that matchup, but can still really bring it back here right for the drill. Just kind of needs to slow down a bit. It's possibly going just a little too ham at times.
It doesn't look like there's any pressing of this brake pedal. Xerom having to use UDP in order to stop it.
Oh, the jump around the DP as well. Vidril gonna be finding a kill right here. Wow.
Yeah, and set point has now been re-established.
Battle 2. Engage.
Not expecting to be able to just jump over that DP. It hits fairly high up, but yeah, just going with, you know, the empty jump, not really extending any form of hurt box, really just helping that situation.
Another MVP coming out the clash. Just lets the second hit rock and is rewarded.
But doesn't cancel into the super or even anything else to try to get a harder knockdown to go for a safe jab. Unfortunate. Finds the hit. This is going to be a kill. The combo off of the 2-1-4H. Another reverse shot just to see. It's like, okay, how's the old main doing, you know? Maybe shake off some of the rust and such.
Nice roll. Get 5U clashing. perfectly with Goetia. That's actually wild. I did not think those two would work like that.
5L press. That's one of the nice things about Lucilius. Still has some amazing buttons like that. Really good range. And a fairly nice DP, it seems.
Yeah. All the ultimate Goetia, that is sending you straight to the corner.
Oh, and the plus range from the MDP. Oh, playing footsies with the USModius as well. This is some good damage right here. You build up the 100 meter. Not going to be going for it. That's an interesting setup. I like that, actually.
Comes over to the USModius. And we're just pressing on wake up. Oh my.
Scary press as well when you're in the corner yourself now against a Lucilius with full meter. Even without the full blade levels, full meter is still really scary like that.
Tries to 2H, but unfortunately, as big as Lucilius 2H is, Lanny was just up way too high.
Oh, and just holding this to get the levels. Already level 2.
Standing there, menacingly.
The DP's going through. Doesn't have a life lead quite yet. Still needs to get some stuff going. 1 BP for Castiel. Okay, yeah. Just the No! Not the raw raging strike. No! The drop! No! That's even worse! BC Horse going through the DP. You gotta watch out for Chip. You could die right here. The drop
Wide lane level. Oh, Castiel should have just let SSBA rock.
Oh, my voice went so high. I wasn't expecting that.
Believe in victory. Battle
Everything. Just, if it could go wrong, it did go wrong.
Oh, damn. I think Castiel out of the air.
I was not expecting to see that, but that is a funny interaction, if I'll say so. Alright. Now, kind of playing at this farther range. Not too much longer. This is not really what you want for Castiel. They still need to just make up a lot of these blade levels. And yeah.
And grab out of the U version, not that far away. All the blade levels.
Almost at 5. Just a smidge away, but I don't think you're gonna get it. You're just gonna die right here. Never mind. Just so low, but still. More.
Goodbye.
Man, it is one of those things where it's like, yeah, doesn't matter after a point. Once that Lucilius gets to blade level 5, you just have to know, like, okay, this is now a game where I have to play very safe, pressing any little thing, just get you killed. Even if you have Castiel at a pixel of life, you have to make sure that you're safe as you go for this kill.
Yeah, jumped out of H Visago, but unfortunately was not able to get the punish in time. Now returning back. Oh, teleport on in. No Goetia for Lanny.
Well, just needs a little bit more. Probably a couple throws right here. 2H, not this time. Just walk back to make it whiff. And a good punish for Castiel. He's going to be tying it up one apiece.
Yeah, Goomba Stomp finding nothing but the demons as we get into our final game of the set.
I don't think it actually did find the demon. He didn't hit Lucilius.
Lucilius is more like an angel than a demon.
I'm not going to go into the semantics.
Let's get into the Granblue lore.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Ooh.
Nice DP to get through and finally get out, but no, not an actual safe jump. Getting hit. The empty low to find the kill for Lanny right here. Very nice. Honestly, kind of just a scramble a bit. That corner situation was just really interesting there.
Lanny is also just abusing 668. It's never gonna be -4 in your face, so no free.
Still had the recovery. Still. How many times is that gonna land? Not getting a safe jump once again, just getting hit by this new DP. No punish on the crab either.
Hot dodge, the Iscariot whiffing, but no punish from Lanny. It's the 2M.
2 times we've seen that empty low right there. Here's the setup. Different this time. I like that. Okay.
With the LDP, then instead of just doing M, Castiel is pretty ready to be defensive. Uh-oh.
Finds the hit, unfortunately. No! Okay.
There we go.
Going straight into
Paradise Lost.
Is that actually enough to kill it? 0 BP, it should be, right?
It's 5 blade level.
Wait, tell me, does the blade level actually change the difference on the damage?
Yes, it's 120%.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to the idea that it's like you're just dead no matter what that I didn't think about it.
Yeah, that is the reason why you're dead no matter what. Is because he gets a massive damage bonus.
That's crazy. I just remember the cooldowns. There we go. Just on back into the corner. And he still has an opportunity here. Gets around the BC. Has a few more to spend if they need.
Castiel not very willing to give up the second Brave Point that easily, even with the temptation of all of the guarantees.
Unfortunately, Lanny putting themselves in the corner, not the best of spots. Level 3, so it's not the worst of positions, but it's still gotta watch out. That can be a really good hit right here for Castiel.
Yeah, that's the last Brave Point. You're not gonna have SBA to regenerate this, so we're getting to our final interaction.
Wake up, Matt.
We decided by no.
Drop.
Oh. Rising.
One last BM to end it off. Here we're gonna be having Jamont and Eddie Franco. These two can go really, really crazy. Eddie, probably one of my favorite Catalinas to watch. Just really, really aggressive. Really just play spacing nicely. But Jamal is, you know, grappler extraordinaire. We've already gotten 3 SPDs in like 5 seconds. Can we please slow things down?
No, JMAMH only knows gas, no break.
I'm trying to give explanations here. I'm giving no time whatsoever. 0 BP already for Eddie Franco.
Yeah, just an ult SPD away from that. You do not want to be using projectiles this carelessly against JMAMH because you get 21% meter if you get that headbutted for Ladiva. And that just makes her get to 50 incredibly scary. She doesn't need 50 to do a lot of damage. It just, she does a ton when she gets to 50.
Yeah, especially when she gets into 50. That's... What the heck was that?
That's 668.
I love to see the giant counter hit slowdown trades. They're so much fun to me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the light wall just to break that. 5U. I don't usually get to see 5U come through for Jamon. Honestly, I might not see it again this matchup if that's what's gonna happen.
Probably not. Unless maybe a U skill was misinput as, you know, maybe meter mismanagement. No anti-air SPD.
Not quite good hit right here for Eddie Franco. Drops it, picks it back up again. Just, you know, small resets right here or there. This is not going to be enough to kill, and you got to watch out.
This would even help. Don't you dare safe jump.
Yeah, not at all. Nice. Just going in with the normal lariat, not the U lariat to kind of slow the screen down as well. It can still be fairly bad, especially if they're doing a fireball. You're just going to get hit, but... Granted, that was going to happen with any form of lariat, now that I think about it.
Oh, throw 2. Throw 3. Oh, we're throw looping. We're playing Street Fighter now.
Ooh, you lariat. finding a full combo going corner to corner. Now, yep, you're in the blender. One throw. Are we going to go for it again? No, the UDP to get out. Nope.
Oh my, the cash. You're actually dead
right?
here. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Needed to do SPD and the old SPD, but it's fine. Oh my, okay.
No, you're dead here. 2 times. 2 BCs. Eddie Franco is going to be taking that game.
Believe in victory.
Man, those reads are really nice. I can't be mad at them. My goodness, what a way for Eddie Franco to bring back the game. But even still, you're still having to fight Ladiva. You can still be put in this blender at any point. Already had to eat a command grab. Still looking kind of scary. DP on minus frames. Love to see it. Brings me back to the good old days of Anila. Some things just never change, you know?
Yeah. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And DP on a wake up for Eddie Franco, trying to be violent with 668. Oh my. Stop it. Please.
We found the infinite. We found the loops.
Please.
I'm trying to play footsies now, but the 6XL is just going to be stuffing that. This is going to be a lot of damage into the SBA. 1 BP left. You're probably dead right here. Good chop to Maw. Taking round number 1 here.
Battle 2. Engage.
DP on first interaction. Love to see it.
PC away. Just a challenge, not wanting to get command grabbed at all. Nice calm pressure here. The Granblue zone was established. The 6XL ends it all though.
Yeah, once again, yeah, the light wall follow-up just getting taken out. A lot of damage. That's another throw. You're at 1 BP. What can you really do here? What a jump.
Going all the way to the other corner.
A lot of damage. Not going to be enough to kill. Still has to spend the last one right there. Can't afford to get hit by another one of these U lariats.
Great tech.
What
the DP with?
Man, Eddie has been letting a lot of those DPs go just to kind of stop them off from either taking their turn back or, you know, from continuing pressure. So at this point, Jamal was already kind of seeing, like, you know what? Possibly going to be a very aggressive option. They want to go for that just to try to finish it off. Man, great call out. That's good patience.
I saw that first 2U that got light walled from JMAMH. Hasn't really been using it. 2U is a very potent tool for Ladiva defensively. You don't want to overuse it. It is punishable on block, but it jump scares.
Yeah.
No
way. That reached!
Oh, that's Ladiva.
Oh, wow. Okay. Tons of damage. 0 BP as well. Any hit should be able to close it out right here. Even just an SSBA. No, doesn't get the full confirm right there. And oh, what an anti-air with the far H for Eddie.
Battle 2.
Wow.
Engage.
Man, these games are getting way too close. Dang.
No,
Hitting
no.
the start, not again. Selling the command grab. You're in the blender. What's it gonna be? No DP this time for Eddie.
Back to the court. Tries to go for another 6-8. Man, JMAMH's loving that button right now.
I love that too well.
I don't know which amount is higher, the amount of 6-6Hs we've seen from JMAMH or the average Galleon match.
Oh my gosh, you're dead here. And we're going to final game, final round between these two.
Battle 3. Engage.
Let's see how this goes. Nice duck under the lariat. BC is just getting spent from both players. Either one really wants to lose their turn.
Sliding on in with the light wall, but JMAMH's DMs are closed.
Yeah. This His light wall is seemingly fairly okay right here since Jamal didn't have the meter for the lariat. Tried to go for the 5U right there, possibly a misinput. That's going to cost you a lot. That's going to cost you another BP and a ton of life. Have a meter as well for the super.
Nice
Just hold the light wall.
2M. What a call out.
Oh my gosh, and at the 1 BP as well. Gets the counter hit, but didn't believe.
It gives Eddie Franco a chance to win when it should have just been ended right there. There's also, you are at SSBA kill range, so have fun, Eddie Franco.
You gotta think. Has to be at the correct distance. That could have been it right there.
And got the far age, the crush. Matchup that gets seen quite a bit. Usually if it's, you know, Sin or Insa and Dragalia, if we're talking about ParagOnline. Tubbie has been making some waves with a nice huge comeback to competing in tournaments again.
Yeah. Honestly, really excited to see it. Zooey, one of those characters that you don't get to see very often. It's kind of hard to really make them work. They have an extra resource that they have to manage, and it's not always the strongest feeling. So whenever you do get to see a good Zooey, it just feels like, how are you making this character work? What am I doing wrong? Why am I still going for another throw? Am I gonna die? And this next situation really depends on everything. Not enough to kill, but Chip is also available.
Oh, the BC goes the wrong side, but Fidgeties was not ready to capitalize, and you're not spot dodging everything against Zooey.
Both players are 6-2 going into this. Dang. These two have been playing mad amounts of games. 48 games?
Now these players are hungry.
Honestly, love to see it. But also, love to see a good throw on that UDP.
Oh, nice spot dodge. Was close enough for Kagura to M2 get a punish, but was not ready, did not believe.
Good amount of damage as well. Has the 100 meter, spend it for the super, and then down to 0, get the kill. Yeah.
Fidgeties has the habit of doing some unorthodox routes, so you can never be quite sure if it's going to kill.
Yeah, I was a little like, I think it should, right? I've had to find that it's like, I need to believe in Narmaya damage as well. This character has some very good damage at times, depending on the routes that she goes for. They're fairly hard at times, but it's so much work.
Knifing Fidgeties out over and over, the dragon causing so many issues. Nice close aid.
I had no idea which side that was gonna be on, but we hold the guard button.
Yep. And that's the power of also, you know, just delaying your mid-screen DCs by 1 frame. That way it will never get Schrodinger's cross up.
Schrodinger's cross. That, I love that. I love calling it that now. Like that's gonna be great.
Battle 1. Engage.
Very nice Tubbie right there.
Tell round start.
Getting around with the aerial spinning slash, but not too much.
Also, Tubbie not getting caught by M. Zetsina's paint. Maybe someday. Ooh, nice catch on the back dash. A little bit risky there. Takes the guaranteed BC.
Unfortunately, Dragon Gauge is gone, so it's gonna be solo Zooey for at least a little bit. Yeah, Fidgeties does have 0 BP, so if they get hit, they will be taking a good chunk, but if they can actually find that hit, Fidgeties doing really well so far.
Taking this time in neutral is just switch back to Genji. And then a D transient into H flip.
These more and more life as things go. That U Dragon did so much damage, and Chip is going to be available. And there we go with that fire breath.
Battle 2. Engage.
Tubbie really bringing that one back. Had most of the match was just low on life.
So walked forward before getting the DP. So it ended up switching the sides. That's very unfortunate for Fidgeties. Another transit getting blown up by the dragon.
I can understand wanting to press there, thinking that the H flip was gonna whiff. Really unfortunate here. Tubbie's gonna be taking a lot of damage, has 0 BP as well. Their defense is not gonna be looking good here. Not enough meter for a DP. No BP. That's a great hit for Fidgeties. Unfortunately, doesn't really have any resource to make it work.
Sent it, was not close enough to get the pickup after H Kyoka and has to double spot dodge because the UDP ends the set.
Wow. My goodness. Good job for Tubbie there. Most of the game, a little bit. Love to see the CAG. And then we also get KTP on this Versusia. Now, I'm not familiar with this name. Do you happen to know them, Tubbie?
I do not know this Versusia player either.
Interesting. Okay. So a new face for the both of us. I honestly really enjoy getting to see players that I'm not familiar with, so this is really cool.
I mean, that's always the great point, getting to be able to learn new players, get more familiar with more of the community, get them all into the limelight. As RainbowRocks trying to end this quick. Nice 2-2-U.
Ooh, and the DP to also get around the trap placement. We'd like to see. Okay. Yup, air teleport just beating out H Lariat. That's great. Oh, that's fun. That's fun to see.
Air H teleport is quite the move in this game.
Back throw. I've always said that I feel like CAG in this game is a bit more of a grappler than anything. With those traps set up, you really do have to watch out about these throws. What a shimmy to also get around the UDP. Was not expecting that. That seems like it's not enough to kill. Man, I wonder what the life total on the Versusia is.
Does someone have the data of what Versusia's life is?
Yeah. I feel like it's abnormally high, honestly.
It's at chip out. Yep. Classic.
Oh, this
looks like we're getting acknowledged. KTP won Xrd for CEO and does play May, so a player after my own heart.
That is a very scary thing. Knowing how Xrd May is, that is very scary.
I'm really surprised with how Xrd May is not playing a more setup-based character.
That's kind of what I thought as well. But I mean, you know, you have to keep the... Oh my gosh, no. No, not the throw loop. No!
Getting past the throw loops is just level 1 of this pressure. There's still the entire rest of it to be scared of.
Oh, that's so scary. You think you're playing Granblue and then you get jump scared by SF6. Huh? Yeah, yep, you know. It can beat Air Larry, it can't beat KU. Oh my god. There we go. Good hit for RainbowRocks right here.
Bro, tech gets the back throw and wait, there's no gear special.
Back into this screen. Great backdash. That pillar just whiffing is unfortunate.
Not on chip out just yet. KTP still can be a little calm, little collected. Oh, what a 2U
hit. Unfortunate, doesn't get the pickup. Oh, that could have been a kill if they got the rest of the hit right there. My brain immediately went to the what is it? The Zelda CG games. The Richer, which is terrible. Think of that. I'm so, okay. Dang. My brain is just rotted from the core. You know.
It be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that all the time for me. That's just how it is. It is what it is.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
All right. So I have seen Faker. I've seen her name in a few different brackets as well. I think they were at CEO actually. I don't know if they were on stream, but I remember seeing the name in bracket. As for I don't think I've seen them, but it is honestly kind of nice to see an on-ray player. We don't get to see too many of them. Most I usually get to see if they're joining, it's like Redeemer.
Yeah. Like when you think of on-ray players, you've got Osakano-san, you've got Redeemer, you've got Curry, you've got Visuals, but then it's like you struggle to see them and a lot more than just those four.
Even though I think most people consider like Onray just to be a fairly strong character, got some really good tools, some great farther rating buttons, you know, some decent zoning, and a surprisingly good amount of plus frames.
Ooh, tried to go for the parry, tried to go for it again, but Kagpar H was delayed just enough for it to do its thing. Oh my gosh, no fear.
None whatsoever. Plus frames. Yeah, probably not expecting that to actually be plus. Through. Another thing, that Far H, if you've ever seen the hurt box on that thing, it just doesn't have a lower hurt box, which can be a little scary for Kag, I feel, since I do know that most Kags like to kind of press out with their 2M or 2U, and even though that 5H is really good, it can just get caught out because it's a little bit slower.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of a bit of a reason why people called Galleon's Far H the second coming of Kag's Far H.
Yeah, it is a really good one.
Right now, nice tech to trade. No one's an advantage. The parry getting baited again. Has just not been able to get these parries off on a consistent manner.
Attack. However, still needs to take their turn. Spending the... Oh yeah, there it was. I think they just went over the 2M with that 5H. Part of the reason that button is really good. Oh, wait a minute. Big hit right here. Can we finish this off right here with the SSBA? I think we can.
Yeah, I think this gold is here to stay. It is.
There we go.
Battle 2. Engage.
The other thing about this matchup is because finding an on-ray player is like finding a unicorn. I don't really have much of an idea of how these matchups are kind of meant to play out. It so far does not seem like it is the most fun of times for Cagliostro.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Faker's getting a little bit bullied at times.
That's another thing. The U Spiral Spear being able to send out just a very active, very good hitbox to kind of just stuff out whatever your opponent's wanting to do, and also possibly getting plus frames for yourself makes it a really good ult skill.
Absolutely. Faker's going to take a BC out of the corner, tries to bait out the parry. Unfortunately, just slightly mistimed that spacing.
Goodness, this pressure lasts so long. Yeah, the U Mantra Wheel still gonna be getting an extra combo. Still stuck in this corner. Great hit. Should be able to finish it. Never mind. But just the throw to finish it off. Blessed and cursed. It's like, thank you, Khalil. You're bringing me all of the ULs. Can it not be against Matera? Actually, you know what? I need this. I need this. Fred, please win so I can get some, like, notes that I can write down. If not, you know what? We go next.
Rolled straight into Matera 2M. That's how it is sometimes.
Great conversion right there for Senpai. And gets the empty low. Full conversion once again. Can you finish it off? I think you can. Yeah, Raging Strike, Raging Chain. A little bit extra damage.
Battle 2. Engage.
Nice. The trade, though, going to be very much in Matera's favor, as she does want that distance. But, the moment now, yeah, BC, very dangerous. I think one of the key things, like, to try and make the Matera matchup less awful is not giving her guaranteed BC opportunities. But also, that's much easier said than done, because there's so much that are, so many things that you want to do in pressure that are guaranteed to get BC.
And some of the other things for UL, that's like, oh, this is how we usually go about our pressure. Can usually just be BC'd fairly easily. And that's another thing. Yeah. Actually, that was the far M.
Believe in victory.
Oh, that was close.
Battle 1. Engage.
It was with her leg, right? Yeah, that one. That's far M.
I thought only both of them started up top.
No, well, no, far M starts up top. It's a really weird button, not gonna lie. Matera has weird buttons. Surprisingly decent normals. But, you know.
Decent, ignoring the huge outlier that is far L, of course.
Yes, that is definitely an outlier. But that is one of the things about the Matera matchup. For as much as you kind of want to jump to kind of get around a lot of these projectiles from Matera, you have to watch out because you can still get hit by the 1 to 2H, which even if you block it, are plus. You can get hit with the DP, which is air unblockable, and she has her far M that starts up top and does a little arc, and all of its air unblockable as well. Yeah. So it's very hard to get in on this game.
Yeah, her ace anti-airs might not be air unblockable, but those M1s surely are, and it's just pain and suffering for Fred. Even if you live here, you're not an risk on a UB. He goes into parry?
Hey, I mean, good tonight. Love to see it. Gonna be getting Vidril against Gabba.
Hey, this Gabba can and will SPD you if you give the chance.
I'm sorry, I just wasn't. I was not ready for that SPD on defense.
I don't think anyone was, except Gabba.
There we go. Try to back away. Yeah, that's the thing. Her stance 5H is a bit committal. So,
uh-oh.
I want to say that was a misinput. Try to go for 2. Whoa!
That was such a late grab.
I'm dead inside, dude. Like, oh, that was painful to see. Here we go. Another round. Another life. Let's see. Grab the grappler. Do it again. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Oh my God,
this is what I love to see. No! No!
Back throw. Oh, no, drop still couldn't punish. That was kid. Oh, now you're probably dead, actually. Oh, no, you're guaranteed dead. Never mind. What am I saying? Probably.
Dang. Wow. Well, it's entertaining all to say.
Believe in victory.
In all reality, the mix that Vidril was getting was actually still very good. Just getting a lot of these throws. A lot of people aren't fully expecting the throws in stance from Yuel. And especially on Ladiva as well. Most Ladivas, I feel, are not ready to get thrown themselves.
Nice patience waiting out Hanadashi, but unfortunately, the responses to it are being a little too late this time.
I think that's the third BC into DP we've seen from Vidril in this tournament.
Yep. Oh. Air Ultimate SPD.
It's such a scary response as well. Wait, no? No. Maybe?
Alright, so yeah. Ladiva health.
No!
Oh
I thought about
my.
it too, but no!
Yeah, Gabba is really good at anti-airing. When I fought Gabba the other day, or Tuesday actually, I had to learn real quick, get out of the air. That is a danger zone.
It is for sure not where you necessarily want to be, but in those situations, against Ladiva, Yuel cannot safe jab. Her supers are throws, so we will get caught, and her headbutt reversal is technically a parry. Also does not get safe jab. So this is actually another
Hey, wasn't the ultimate
air
version.
No, it wasn't the ultimate, but it's like, gosh, they're so good at doing this.
Throw into throw.
Oh!
I feel
The air
Gabba
grab.
did that to me too. I feel for you so hard right now. Welcome on in all the way up from the Europe. We got Ninja Tank and Bam pulling up some Tubbie and Sandalphon. Once again, ending G-Tech's stream hours before his actual stream ended. Searching for these characters.
So Tubbie and Sandalphon, characters we have not seen at all tonight. It's been a lot of ULs. I'm happy about that. But yeah, we haven't gotten to see these two. It's honestly a little interesting to think about how this might go through. You know, Sandalphon being about these elements, trying to get these different types of fireballs at times. As we can already see, wanting to use that water fireball not end well in this matchup.
Battle 2.
Yeah.
Engage.
I mean, water fireball is really good, especially for characters that don't have extremely strong anti-projectile tools, since it does have 3 projectile health, even as an M version.
Yeah. So if you don't have any way to deal with projectiles outside of jumping, it's not, you know, it's gonna sit there. You're gonna have to hold it. It's good for setup as well, although most of the setups that, you know, Sandalphon's used to go for that, you know, are not the main thing that they go for.
Yeah. It being able to be comboed from on a throw is just, it's a additional cherry on top. It's not necessarily the main course.
Yeah. Throw and DP, but it's like, it's such a seeable setup at this point that it's like, okay, we're not going to really go for that. If Sandalphon is going to be on screen, we're most likely going to see light, which is just the no element, or we're going to be seeing fire. And so far, we've been seeing the light now, and it's been working out fairly well. Bam, taking their turn back, gets the auto combo into the super. Are you dead with 0 BP? This is... I'm not going to lie, I did not think it was going to kill.
Look, no one can blame you. It's 2BSBA. Even with 0 BP, you can still not convince me it does reasonable amounts of damage.
Yeah.
But hey, it shouldn't. That's not what 2B's character's type is for. She's gonna drown you in mids until you're dead after a couple interactions. Oh,
not the Unk check. Down 2 BP for Bam. And the air dash. Realizing now that we are in the win. Which is not an element we get to see very often.
You know, the incredible speed and the air dash, turning this into a traditional air dasher effectively. But also, you take 20% more. You're basically starting already 1 PP down, and now you're at taking 24% extra damage because it is multiplicative with rage penalty.
A little bit more damage. I was not expecting the UDP there. Okay. Almost certain that was a misinput. Probably wanted U Fireball. Wow, really unfortunate misinput right there.
Yeah, and Bam is looking very good, close to even just taking the set on set point right now, still controlling it all.
Nice press out. Unfortunately, doesn't convert into anything. That's gonna be a 2H.
No
conversion.
5H link afterwards. Huge save for Ninja Tank. Another opportunity to be afforded.
The element as well. Do as much damage as possible. Oh! Unfortunate. Not a back throw either, so still not in the corner. There we go. Safe jump it. You do as much as you can here.
Looking for the last one. Now on a sliver of life. And now back throw on Wake Up's gonna do it. Bam! He taken that set 2-0.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
I don't know how to feel about this. This is scary now. Oh, we're starting off strong already. Oh, we're starting off strong.
I will say, the one time I've played this matchup, it's pain and suffering for Galleon.
I mean, I can understand that. He just kind of walks menacingly at you for a while. And this... Oh, what a crouch right there. Just get under the command grab.
She can technically break armor by using 2U, but it's... the stars have to align for that.
Yeah, because it is multi-hitting, but it's very slow, is it not?
It's fairly slow, yeah. Like technically you can do this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Battle 2.
She doesn't have a meterless DP either, so she doesn't necessarily have the best of ways out either.
Armor got applied yet in a snipe with the low. Trying to meaty Vasaraga with Soulforge online? Not here.
Trying to do much against Vasaraga with Soulforge. Even without the Soulforge, you tried to press on 5U, that's not gonna work.
Do have SWAT online though, so you have to be a little bit more careful here if you're Iago. All right, wake up, bolt grab, nope, combo time. Didn't have to cancel, and the old grab finds its mark. Iago taking game number 1.
Believe in victory.
Unfortunate there for Rock, but still. Showing small signs of life there. Finding a command grab is already a kind of good sign for Galleon in my eyes. Because yeah, if you find the one, you can probably find another like that. And that can really start getting your ideas going. However, without a Rock setup, it's not the best reward for Galleon to get those points.
Now Iago's gonna try and bully in to close the distance, and there now you are in Vasaraga's playground. Far M into Far M.
The command grab. Is on place here. But yeah, just the shoulder tackle. Didn't find the kill immediately, but finds it right after.
Battle 2. Engage.
No, it's the old 50-50. You're trying to bait out ult command grab, you're gonna get ult tackled. And then when you try and get the reverse, you're gonna get ult grab.
Oh wow, BC actually working against Vasaraga. It's not every day that happens.
Quick, clip it. Oh no! Pain and suffering for Rock as Iago takes.
has to be mentioned at least once a broadcast, you know? Just, it's needed.
It is our legal obligation.
Exactly.
When we see Lucilius in top 8 to say it once, and then we don't mention it again. Because this game's about to get intense.
Yeah, what were we even talking about? I don't even know. Let's get into this. Oh, the guitar being summoned? Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo.
That's kind of cold.
Yeah. The guitar is probably one of the coolest of the quote-unquote joke weapons that they've added. Now we're getting the battle of the long-range poke masters. Lucilius with his Fire M and his 2M, and then Cat with almost her entire kit.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. Same time, good damage goes into the throw as well. And he's gonna have to really try to find their way out. Normally, you would see some fairly aggressive ways to get out. That's one of them. Just go for a close heavy, just to try to get out and get your own pressure.
And you're dead with the SBA here.
Man, good job for Belial and just mostly just controlling the match and its pace very well. What a round start!
Yeah. Just throwing up that light wall. Whoa, pressing. You know, Belial being forced right back to the corner. No escape.
Oh, didn't get the confirm. Unfortunate. Possibly could have found the kill right there, but finds it here. No, doesn't find it either. Still.
With Belial with no blade level whatsoever, and Eddie Franco with a very high life total. It's going to be an uphill battle.
Exactly. Let's see. Just needs one more good. Brother, that was great. I was not expecting the slide into throw like that. Really, really nicely done.
Yo, got out faster from Eddie Franco, throwing the projectile out into the screen. Now Granblue's zone established.
Oh yeah, getting that bar heavy, that button. It's a little awkward to use when you're first starting out with Castiel, but once you get a really good grip of it, it's like you will crush almost everybody with it, and you will get so much reward out of it. And that's what really makes this character kind of shine. So after you get a good amount of crushes, you really make your opponent have to wonder how these footsies are going to get played. Oh no, not a kill.
Yeah, and still not on chip out too, so you aren't too pressed at the very moment if you're Belial. Although, oh my, we're just gonna press for him until morale improves. I see.
It's a nice far
Battle 1.
It's just it's a fairly strong far L. It's got a lot of good range. It's fairly fast. You know, kind of like Lucilius's.
Get the pickup to end it, but Belial finding a second confirm.
Getting stuck in this corner. There's the DP. Nice way of at least getting back out, trying to find their pressure. What 5M could have gotten stuffed by the light wall, but good timing on it.
Oh, got the 6-6M.
That 6XL really getting a huge reward here. Most amount of damage, but at least you get the corner, and that's the big thing here. Getting the 2L. It's not the most amount of damage once again, but it's still exactly what you need. One more touch, we'll be able to take this throw. One more throw now also takes this, and there we go with the overhead.
Very late on that overhead too.
Battle 2.
Yeah.
Engage.
Huh? I
Just
never
charging
expected
up
these
the
kind of
sword.
Yeah. I'm never ready for these kinds of answers. Trying to go for just throws as well. Just infinite throws at this point. That's the nice thing. Now these strikes are going to start blowing Belial up. They're taking so much damage for this.
Really, anything will do it once again. Belial on a massive health deficit. No blade level to even help. And just flinches.
this is kind of the unfortunate thing for Lucilius, you know? They're a snowball character. They really want to get a decent lead, get some of these levels so that way they can really just keep going. Katalina is a character who just needs one good opening. They really get into you. They do a ton of damage. While Lucilius needs to ramp up for that damage, Katalina just needs a meter just so she can blow you up like this. Like,
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, dang. I did not expect that to actually just be dead. I'm saying that this character does great damage, and I'm just not expecting it either.
Yeah, the really strong part about Catalina is just how consistent she is. Where she just has almost always great access to solid confirmed, pretty good damage, whereas Eustace kind of has to ramp up to get to the high end of his curve. And the lower blade level confirms aren't necessarily as scary as you think.
Yeah. And the nice thing about Lucilius is meant to be that, you know, his buttons are really, really good. And in most circumstances, people can't really deal with some of his normals, and that lets him get that snowball going. Katalina just has those good buttons, though. So, Katalina kind of just does what Lucilius wants without the rank.
Yeah. Right here is very scary and finds final hit. Eddie Franco with a 3-0 will be moving on.
Completely different format. Because now it is that first to 3 format. You have to just change up how you were thinking before. Things that work at first to 2 don't always work the same at first to 3. If anything, Charlotta, this is a character I've actually said that I think is a fairly strong character in first to 2. This character can really just, you know, really make it hard on your mental stack when it comes to first to 2. At first to 3, she gives you enough time that you can really start seeing the patterns, and it can make it kind of hard for the Charlotta player to finish out the set.
Yeah. Although Xerom, no stranger to playing in these first to 3s. Top 8 so many majors, goes to play all around the world even. If anybody can make Charlotta work in a first to 3 format, it is Xerom.
Exactly. Like, and as we're gonna be seeing, Xerom has been able to make these kinds of plays many times before. It's honestly kind of nice to see Xerom back on the Charlotta, as we saw before they played the Anila. But it feels like, you know what, this is the all reliable. This is the pick. You're dead. Are you dead?
Yes, fucking Raging Strike was there, just enough meter Raging Chain if needed.
I'm always impressed by some of the, like, just the combo knowledge for a lot of these plays. I just always impressed.
Got the second. These downward hits with DP have been catching people out so often against Tubbie.
There we go. Ooh, okay. Already starting off with the UDP here. No longer wanting to hold any amount of pressure from Xerom. Tubbie just changing up really fast, trying to be more aggressive on this defense, but being more aggressive means you do open yourself up to more of these situations, and you're already taking more damage from having only 1 BP. Just an extra jump from Xerom should be able to close this out right here. And that's Xerom taking game number 1.
Yeah. Xerom just using this very, very repetitive, just on-cycle Raging Strike, Raging Chain into the ultimate skill. There is a reason why you see it so consistently. It works. It does a lot of good, not only in corner carry, but ending in Oki options. As we go into game number 2, Tubbie has a lot of adaptation work to do to defeat Xerom. If anyone can adapt, Tubbie is definitely among the roster.
Tubbie already having a decent life lead. But even better here, take you over to the corner. Sets up the lightning. Okay, so I feel like we haven't actually gotten to see Tubbie do too many of these lightning setups throughout the rest of the bracket. So it is interesting to see how they go for it. Going for the auto combo mix. Usually considered a little bit easier to block, but still really good to go for. But oh my gosh, look at this damage with 0 BP. The throw is gonna kill.
Zero BP moments.
Battle 2.
Exactly. So much extra damage comes through from that. Even if you want to be as aggressive as you can, and this game does give you the resources to really do that, you're putting yourself at a very big risk of doing it.
Oh my gosh, the frame kills plenty. But the L War, Tubbie got the hit. Now, you can have a little bit of pressure. It ends with a whiff. Close L from Tubbie, taking advantage by the 2L of Xerom.
Just a 6XL to beat the startup of the Lightning. Xerom already up 2 games against Tubbie.
Sometimes I question why Cygames gave LVP to Charlotta. I mean, I know characters should have tools that function in intended ways, but I mean the things Xerom does with this LDP is just criminal.
I can't necessarily deny that. At the same time, it's so cool to watch.
Tries to go for far age, the forbidden Charlotta button.
But a good reversal for Tubbie here. We're getting this corner now. It's a bit more of the Dragon Gauge. There we go. Good counter hit. You built enough meter. I'm going to be trying to.
Trying to respect the threat of ultimate flash kick from Xerom. You also have to respect ultimate Charlotta ball as well. Or this.
Ooh. Huh?
There's
It pushed out.
I
I think they got pushed out, and so they got Raging Strike while Charlotta was still moving forward.
Battle 2.
That's
I am so sorry, Tubbie. That should have been your break.
That really should have. But like, Xerom's gonna take that, you know? Like, we take those. Unfortunate not getting the combo. Nice work. Gets hit by the U Charlotta ball.
Nice, no escape throw. Tubbie was taking an action, unfortunately, at the wrong time. But Xerom pressed on wake up.
No. Great spot dodge. Can you finish it out? Not quite. Still try to send something out with the dragon, but not working. 0 BP. Anything is gonna work. Has the meter. Depends on minus. Still has meter. Not enough to kill. Chip is a factor here.
I could feel Xerom wanting to go run up LDP in my boat.
3. Engage.
Round start HDP as well from Tubbie. Doesn't get the close H anti-air. Now once again, just kind of at this corner spot. I feel like they've been there quite often now. Now just changing up the space. So unfortunate, and just another jump as a throw bait. Xerom gets so much for this. We take this over to the corner. Now you gotta watch out about the Demon Flip. Actually, Demon Flip Ender. Make it a little weird.
Slides out of the corner just a little bit. Brave counter is going to enforce it, the LDP. That is not going to be guaranteed as a punish. And now chip out point with 50 meter Charlotta.
Oh, yeah. Can't really blame Tubbie for going for that DP. When you're at chip point, you're trying to get any.
Private is annoying for Narmaya. It's, I mean, if you want to get nitpicky about it, it's advantage for 2B, but it's just like both characters are very well positioned to deal with each other's tools a lot of the time. But Tubbie just, her playstyle, her buttons being able to just outrange Narmaya at every aspect is just what gives her a slight edge and makes her a little bit more annoying to take down.
So it's even. Yeah. But no, as you say, having the extra long-range buttons does really make it just really good to kind of wall out Narmaya, which is pretty useful. These Setsunos could be used to kind of mitigate some of that extra range, but you do have to also worry about some of the laser specials that could come through from Yoru. Right now, Fidgeties just taking the aggression, just keeps going.
Yeah.
You cannot stop Fidgeties right now.
Yoru Sensei trying to gamble on some jumps, some spot dodges, and Fidgeties just was ready. Nice JH, but that, oh my gosh,
Whoa.
that 2-8 worked.
Can I get that?
Yo, I think that's the 1 in a million chance. Doesn't matter how good your 2H is.
So true though. Ooh, still getting the plus frames with that H flip. Still able to block the parry as well.
Nice.
And gets around the
DT. Yo, does Fidgeties have some sort of mind control on Yoru right now?
Dang. Just hacked into the mainframe, just saying like, you know what, I'm into your black box right there. Let's say you're gonna go for the DP right now. Got that download going.
Battle 1. Engage.
Ooh, opts not to even attempt a punish on a 6-bit cell getting parried. Potentially, just leave us at that range. Tubbie does want a little bit mid-range space.
Ooh. Air-to-air right there, working out for Yoru.
Yeah, I think Fidgeties might have been trying to hedge against Yoru going for the ground bomb. Just try and throw it down, which flip does allow for a combo after. But not if Yoru's just gonna chill up in the air.
Like that.
Yeah.
And it does make sense. The first few interactions we saw that Fidgeties was kind of jumping around that 2-2 bomb and doing pretty well for it. So Yoru already kind of acknowledging that, saying, you know what, fine, I'm just not going to go for it as much. I'm going to accidentally end up on the other side and get hit after the H flip whips. That's definitely.
You just need to flip out of the corner.
Sometimes. I find that it happens a lot more than just sometimes. And still, Yoru putting Fidgeties back in this corner once again.
Oh no.
Getting a big counter hit. Now we're tied up 1 apiece. Let's see. So we've already gotten a little bit of adaptations from Yoru. Not going as much for these 2-2s that Fidgety was taking advantage of before. I wonder what now, since that's, not right on the table quite yet. What does Fidgeties do to change up? So far, we're just taking the aggression.
Yeah, getting a flip bait definitely is massive because that life total differential just vanishes if you have any deficit and just explodes into an advantage. For being one of her best starters.
Oh,
no BP.
0.
Yeah. All that advantage gained by this. Oh, flip! The Yuel stood up.
Yoru scared me. I'm like, okay, so you Raging Strike, Raging Chain here, and you just win, right? Where's the Raging Strike?
Yoru, please.
Like, why do you gotta scare me like this? The JH just, and with that 5H, keeping their turn, getting some really good hits. And this is a bit more what I expected from Yoru. Just try to go in, get close, either go for that 2L, go for the throw, try to bait people out with that 2-2L to get plus frames as well.
Oh, tried to roll after. Oh no, that was a crush. So Fidgeties pressed something. Got counter hit for it, unfortunately.
Not entirely sure what, but still. Good hit. Can't really continue the combo, but even still. Chip is going to be adding up here. However, Yoru didn't have that much on the skill gauge. That's going to work, right? But no animation.
Yeah, way too far away for the animation. Oh, nice. Oh, got the hit, but too far away to confirm. That's the pain of Narmaya's 6-6L, is it's longer than the reach she has to confirm off of it on standing hits.
Dang. Yoru already up 2-1. Already just kind of getting an understanding of Fidgeties. You know, before I was saying, like, okay, Yoru took away the 2-2Ls that he was doing because, you know, Fidgeties was already getting an understanding of it. Brought it back the moment that, like, he saw, you're not dealing with it? Okay, I'm going to do these now again. Just extremely fast at changing up their pressure, making sure that Fidgeties never has an opportunity to just get an understanding of what Yoru wants to do.
There's the ult flip, gonna smack Yoru down from the sky. Roll getting punished by the 5M auto combo. Straight in SBA. Take that furry point away.
Oh my gosh, Fidgeties just kind of stuck here for a bit. Spot dodge into throw. That doesn't always work. That's a little scary of an option, but and does it work out for Yoru?
No break points once again for Fidgeties, and the back throw again. Yoru-sensei being nice and patient on these flips out of the corner, letting Fidgeties get away with it, and then just tosses. Like, nah.
I think Fidgeties is walking back too, possibly expecting a DP to come through for Yoru. Man.
Narmaya's backwalk speed is atrocious, so you can't fade out a throw like that.
Yeah. Go over to this corner. One throw.
Press 5L on wake up, using the ult transient just to get out. Unfortunately, did not get the jump direction necessary to follow up with Oki.
Oh, the double jump getting around the 2H, just letting Yoru out of the corner.
What a 5L. In the
self-destruct.
And it does allow Yoru to take the set 3-2-1.
It is definitely funny seeing Tubbie win.
He popped, and then ult transient, while great, does have a fairly limited range compared to where Matera usually sits.
She can also Zephyr over the Kyokos, right?
Yep. She can also 5U over Narmaya's 6-6L.
And apparently also the Raging Strike. There's apparently a lot of things that she can kind of get over in this matchup.
Yeah. She is surprisingly an airborne dominant character for what you would expect from her design.
Mm-hmm.
Battle 2. Engage.
Already round number 1 going through. Once again, getting around that 6XL. As you mentioned before, being able to just kind of negate someone's 6XL is a really big thing in this game. So
yeah,
not the prettiest.
Is like the number one way people get in against this character and force her to start using brave points like mad. Yeah, that's
well.
not Neth's combo limit, the only savior.
But not for long. That's still going to be Senpai taking game number 1 in a pretty quick fashion. I think we're going back to the room. You know, Dragalia does have other characters that they do play, so there is a chance that we actually see a character swap, and we are going to be seeing the Lucilius right here.
Yeah, because we all know the infamous Rat Gallia, but the Lucilius has been a pocket that Gallia's had for quite a long time and has seen quite a good amount of success with over the past year.
I've known Dragalia to use this Lucilius specifically against Iago in the fairy matchup. Just kind of use it to get around some of the zoners, using this teleport a lot, just find their way in and force the zoners to try to do something defensive in order to break through.
Yeah, especially, you know, Obelisk has such a high projectile health too, so you can actually use it. You know, Matera has to somewhat respect it until she gets ultimate Starry Sky online. Of course, that can flow through most versions of Obelisk, but no problem. Oh, the piece he made!
I swear, Dragalia loves to do that, and it generally works out a lot of the time, so I'm not too surprised by that. Doing really well so far. Confirm right here for Senpai. Can't set up the butterflies quite yet since they're still on cooldown.
Another teleport straight through. Another one, and it works out!
Not the most amount of damage, but you're just more caring about getting the screen space, getting in at the very least.
Oh my, what a stuff there from Senpai Spider. Starting to find these little bits and pieces.
Complete run under. EC twice for Dragalia. Might as well. You're already low left on life, so it doesn't really matter if you're going to be taking extra damage. But right here, that's a great hit for Dragalia. Can you finish it off? No, the drop!
Not able to punish! And Dragalia is still on and now has 5 blade level, as if getting hit by close cell wouldn't kill you.
Problem is, no meter for Dragalia. Can't get in with 2-2U. Can 2-2H, but we've already seen Senpai has really good reactions for that. Now has the
Trying to
meter.
navigate. And the spot that came out too soon.
Wow.
Believe in victory.
Dragalia tying up the games here. Really, really well done. Gonna keep this up though.
And around this butterfly range, just trying to get the pops to occur so Dragalia can go in scot-free. 5U to get some extra blade level.
Do you see how fast that butterfly went back?
It snaps. Oh, nice spot dodge. Senpai Spider able to force Dragalia back out to the mid screen. There is meter for Dragalia.
Unfortunately, still catching these teleports. Senpai getting the screen space, getting some good damage. Finding their way in so much. If Dragalia does find a hit, though, they could possibly make this really hurt. About to get that 5 blade levels. Still, though, not enough to kill. Needs to find one more. Gets around the DP. That's a big hit. Can we finish it off right here? We should be able to into the super.
And thankfully killed before the cinematic, so our bit rate gets saved.
That and the base boost. We get to save our ears.
Ooh, nice 2H.
Already getting through. What do you see this time? By just taking the pressure, and yeah, just really good at pressing on these resets.
Nice, able to block. Great close age counter hit. That's going to get Dragalia up to level 5 if it's wished. Nope, not able to get all the way there just yet. And this next combo unlocked. Or just a bliss.
Now it's all about just finding the one last hit that they need. Dire is all you needed. Throw bait or BC bait. Either way, it works out for Dragalia. Now sitting 2-1 against Senpai.
Battle 1. Engage.
Still work. Oh my. Probably accidentally press M and H at the same time. Galleon is absolutely going to take the fact that a breakpoint is now gone for free.
For sure. Nice. Unfortunately, you can't really cancel into anything there.
That far out. The thing of nightmares.
Catching the teleport with that 5H. Crazy. Was not expecting it. But still, Galleon with that 5 blade levels can really make something happen right here. Throw should be able to do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
That point achieved.
Battle 2. Engage.
Yeah, okay, we're just running up with one of the slower characters. Great job for Senpai to get around the H teleport right there. Still finding their turn, getting so much damage here. Honestly, doing really well on the aggression right here. I honestly thought that butterfly might still hit.
Oh, nice. Oh, not able to get a full confirm to kill Dragalia here. They'll have to be very scared because now you're in the corner.
Their way out. Nice job with the H teleport. Not going to be enough to kill. That's a lot of damage.
Dragalia can take this a little slow. Has the life advantage. 5 blade level. Just needs any hit. Shame is
no longer
Senpai's fighter though. Yeah, we're just gonna chill full screen with this butterfly.
I mean, Dragalia kind of has to be reactive to something that Senpai does in order to go in with this U teleport. Or with the super right here.
Recovery? It is not.
So unfortunate. Finds their way in. Another BC gets spent. Once again, you just gotta worry about this chip. Teleport gets through. There we go! My goodness, there wasn't enough meter for Senpai.
Franco and Fidgeties continuing this great Granblue. No breaks here.
If anything, saying no breaks, especially for these two players. As we saw, Fidgeties was being very aggressive against Yoru. And Eddie, I feel like every time we've seen Eddie up, he is extremely aggressive when it comes to, you know, pressure, defense, even just, you know, the way that he's going to be playing neutral. He generally wants to be very aggressive in your face, which is kind of funny for Katalina, but it works out.
My gosh, Fidgeties is just pressing Setsuna as if a jump from Eddie Franco won't end Fidgeties' life expeditiously. Going K-Man with the 20 to the pot. Yo, thank you so much.
Love to see it. $32 in the pot now. Just spicing it up a nice little bit. For y'all who remember, you know, we do got that match Reno going through. 200 and we get to hit a top 4 payout. I know it seems far, but, you know, always can hit it.
And for those that missed it, Belial did say there could be special announcements. We hit $100 in the pot.
Love to hear that too. Goodness. Great job, Freddy, right here. Taking round number 1. Honestly, a fairly long round, all things considered, for these two players.
The crush, whatever Fidgeties was going for in that split second, just not the correct clash level.
I am loving the Enchanted Lands after blocking Setsunas. Just, you know, yeah, it's minus, but like it's super far range, so it's really hard to really get anything against Narmaya when she does Setsuna. But the Enchanted Lands just kind of stopping Fidgeties from trying to move in, trying to, you know, make some amount of movement, whether it's jumping, trying to do run-up 6XL something, or even just, you know, wanting to wait back. That Enchanted Lands is going to be there, really saying you're going to have to wait if you're going to do Setsuna.
It's -8 and has a great amount of pushback. So, like you said, you're not going to really be punishing it. You can definitely take your turn after blocking the Setsuna. Oh my, the U flip, but there is no Raging Strike to confirm off of it. He spot dodges, and the Enchanted Lands grabbing it. Round won by Eddie Franco, culminating into a game.
You know what? Another thing. Hypersonic, thank you for the 15 to the match arena as well. Getting the ball rolling, you know. Already got $47 into the pot. Can we get that higher? I think we could go higher than that.
Can we get much higher?
Believe in victory.
So high.
Battle 1. Engage.
Oh, it's Hypersonic's birthday. Happy birthday, Hypersonic.
Happy birthday. Thank you for being here. Hope that this is a pretty good birthday bracket to be watching, you know?
Oh my, that's the 5L. Fidgeties has been getting away with murder on these Genji 5Ls. That's a 6-spring button Fidgeties pressing.
And if it works, it works. Even still, look at this. Eddie getting the corner. Never mind. Loses the corner. Gets the corner. Love this. Just the side swaps all the time. It's great. Should be able to find the kill right here as well. Raging Strike, Raging Chain loops. Eddie Franco finding another round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh, the Enchanted Lands going to actually get hit. And there we go. Fidgeties finally able to get the corner re-established. Just needs to keep this going. This is Narmaya's Oki, the bread and butter.
Bro. One little bit more.
Got the correct direction.
Battle 3. Engage.
Oh my gosh, the deepest of run-ins for the 6-6L from Fidgeties.
Excellent.
Ooh, and also getting a safe jab right there to get around the DC. That's going to be a lot of damage too. And he's got to make a choice here on defense, because I think even throw is going to kill.
Old DP's out. That's really the only thing you could do in that setup that Fidgeties provided. It was a safe jab otherwise, and the Setsuna light wall might give you armor, but it don't give you invulnerability.
Battle 1.
Dang.
Engage.
Fidgeties now just been getting this corner so fast. Ends up on the other side after that BC, but good spring right there to get around the throw.
Oh, doesn't hold the M. Setsuna to be out. That spot dodge. So Eddie Franco getting a little bit of reprieve. Unfortunately, though, Fidgeties just has the normals to back up the damage.
Ooh, and this is how we start changing things up a little bit. Go for that light wall early on to get around the Setsunas. And enjoy that idea. But yeah, you can't get too predictive with these light walls.
Nice block. Gets the throw predictive. Brave counter from Eddie Franco.
Or at least getting out of the corner. That's a big hit, actually. Has the meter as well. Do you spend it here? Yeah, you do. Another BP. Now, Fidgeties have to watch out. I think this is now going to be throw range. SBC's out.
BC coming out from Eddie Franco. Gets the 2L catching. Fidgeties trying to jump or stand up.
Battle 3. Engage.
Oh, what a 2H right here. That's the full confirm. Throw. Eddie has not really been doing very well against these throws. I don't think we've seen almost any of them get teched.
Counter hit. We get BC'd right back into the corner. A flip goes over.
Not what you want to see. Has the 50-meter as well, so good amount of extra damage, yeah.
Oh, spending. Fidgeties really wants to get the kill. Yeah. Katalina is a character that can absolutely punish HKO if we get to fully stage block.
It was such a good idea. Just couldn't do the second when you have to go for the spot dodge there. My goodness, the range just working out so much better for Fidgeties. A really good idea from Eddie.
I mean, even meaty throw would have worked. That's just a parry for ultimate Mugen Kagura.
That's very true as well.
Speaking of, yeah.
Even still, Fidgeties just taking their turn, continuing on. Had the crumple for a moment, but get too much out of it.
In all fairness, no one is expecting for the feint to work like that. Eddie Franco probably thought that feint was actually blocking Zetsuna, went for the brave counter, and it turned into Raging Strike.
Most likely. That was honestly just a lot of stuff happening in general there.
0 BP, Fidgeties got to be very careful here. Nice spot dodge. And gets the light wall. Called out once again with H flip.
He's now sitting one round away. Can they just finish this off here?
Yeah, gotta respect
to go.
10.
Yeah, we wanted to go for the Enchanted Lands as before. You know, we saw these Setsunas going through Enchanted Lands as a response, but yeah, just do this another Setsuna afterwards. Just kind of catch it.
Oh, the throw got missed face. Fidgeties is just one confirm away, and that is going to be the entire set. Fidgeties taking it 3-1 over Eddie Franco. Moving on to losers semifinal. Similar situation where Senpai Spider is going to be very advantageous in this mid screen, but if Xerom can get in, there's a lot that can go wrong quickly.
I love anti-airing the... Oh my goodness, wait a minute, Tuggernaut with the 5250 right there into the pot. We got $100 in here now.
Let's go.
Hey, thank you so much, Tuggernaut. Always so glad to see you here. Thank you so much. We got some money in here now.
Exactly, $100 split between the top three. If we can double this, we can give it to another person. 200 unlocks.
Double it and give it to the next guy? Can't believe it. You really are gonna do it.
Nice. Gets the back throw out of the corner, trying to set up a nice little left-right mix. Unfortunately for Xerom, though, gonna get brave countered right away.
Ooh, yeah. Those butterfly pops. The hitbox is just extremely huge. You're never entirely sure when it's the right time to go for a roll like that. It's usually so risky to try to roll them.
How did you butterfly not pop twice there? Oh yeah, air unblockable, but no meter for the Raging Chain, so Xerom gets another chance at life, and the aged Starry Sky gonna take the game one.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Senpai's doing an extremely good job just keeping them away. This time, they're finding their way in fairly fast. And they just keep going in.
No way!
It's so funny where the advantage is still going to Senpai for that one. But at the very least, now having the corner here, this is a really big hit.
The throw, Xerom taking the route, not dissuaded in the slightest by that U butterfly.
I don't think you can be. At this point, you know that U butterfly has some jank to it. You just had to keep going. Throw. Put them into this blender for at least a little bit. Try to whip punish. Not working. Wow. We're putting all the aggression in right now.
Absolutely. And this is exactly what Xerom needs to be doing to start taking these rounds and games off of Senpai Spider. Get this huge advantage off. And then everything just becomes so risky for Senpai Spider to even attempt.
Victory. Battle 1.
This is kind of how I expected a matchup between these two to go. You know, Senpai, the first game, was doing extremely well, just keeping Xerom out. But once Xerom gets a single way in, Xerom's just really good at just keeping their pressure going, keeping it, just keeping their spacing, keeping their plus frames if they need to, or at least staying safe, not getting BC'd all the time.
And Shuchan, thanks for the $20 to the pot to take us up to 120.
Thank you
Very
so much.
Appreciate it.
For sure. Oh man, wait a minute. Finds a good hit. Doesn't really have any meter to spend. It's not going to be a kill, but Xerom, one more hit away. The SSBA is coming through, and it does punish. Oh, I can't believe that. I didn't think it would actually punish. Normally, the super is extremely slow, so almost anything is just going to safe jab it. But that 2L was apparently just, you know, a little too much recovery.
Oh, that's such a Space Noble strategy follow-up. Oh my.
Okay, yeah. Did that JL look a little far away too?
A little bit. Oh, Xerom, no fear of this U butterfly.
Great anti-air right there with Senpai. Another great anti-air. These anti-airs right now from Senpai have been doing so much work, just not letting Xerom get anywhere near Senpai.
The Raging Strike just too far away, but gets the spot dodge. U-bomb. DP getting spot dodge as well. Xerom is now in the corner, in advantage. No meter though.
What a roll. Oh, yeah. That's still gonna be Senpai taking the game.
Believe in victory. Battle.
So how back and forth are we gonna go? Like, is this gonna go back to, you know, being 2-2? The possibility Senpai can just take this 3-1, but you know, I'm still very much used to these two just going even. Like, it has to go the whole way, right?
Surely.
You know, that's very much a possibility. We're gonna be seeing a good Oki, another throw. Around to the other side. Senpai just in a really bad spot. Anything should really kill here.
Far out. What the whip throw? Not able to get a full confirm from Xerom. Now, yep, gonna just BC Xerom back to the corner, back to these butterflies. Double trouble.
Chip is gonna be adding up slowly, but still, Xerom has such a good life lead right now. What a block as well.
Final breakpoint from Senpai Spider is gone. There's 100 meter here for Xerom. Have to be careful of the Super Charlotta ball.
There it is, just as you say it. Xerom finds the hit and finds the round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Bar Age. Wow. Bar Age moments for real.
Too spaced on that noble strategy, but even still feeling fine. Has to find their way in right here, and that's one good way of getting it.
DP on out. Go get the BC base to boot.
Oh no.
Little early. Yeah. Xerom getting to live, but that's as a consolation prize as 2 butterflies are nearing your position rapidly.
Chip is going to be adding up pretty fast. Doesn't get the punish on the throw. Does get the 2U, but yeah, still with the UDP. Senpai Spider is now just 1 round away, beating Xerom.
Flash in the air, he goes for the roll, but Xerom, nice and patient on that clash, is able to take advantage.
Excellent.
Still kind of find the way in, but Senpai being more aggressive right here. Back to their zoning, but goes in just trying to see if they can mix up Xerom, get something going. Instead, Xerom. Never mind, I was going to say they found their way in, but only for a moment. Those far L's have been doing really good at just kind of keeping Xerom out.
VCUs, the UDP coming on out. Xerom full screen. Matera, as the butterfly, is going to be locking off space when possible. Just wants to make any approach unviable.
There it is. The far M gonna be anti-airing Xerom one last time. That's gonna be Senpai Spider taking it 3-1 over Xerom. Man, what a set. We mentioned before, these two have been playing for so long. They've played each other for years at this. Does have a Sandalphon that they do play from time to time. Does enjoy this character. I think they stick mostly to light form and occasionally take fire, but just kind of playing it, you know, a very basic, very fundamental.
Drag does have a strong favoritism for fire stance, for sure. So, I mean, it is the highest damaging potential overall. Some other stances might have better options, but for like your most consistent punishment, they're gonna get enhanced by fire.
Yeah. Already going for that super, just get rid of 1 BP. Start doing some extra damage.
The stop sign usually his bolt is not a stop sign to Dragalia. In fact, was just a green light.
What a throw bait like that. Normally the throw baits that Yoru goes for is going to be more like the run-up backdash, the run-up 2-2L, or even just, you know, the little sprint that she does into 2L like that. But just this time going for the jump hover to get the throw bait. So even more different ways to throw bait Dragalia. That's a lot to think of.
The handshake, the first one of the night, actually.
Love to see it. Just people being gentlemanly, you know. Just go for the gentleman's handshake.
Yeah, Dragalia unfortunately couldn't get the 2M to link into Einsoff Ore, but does not need it.
Battle 3. Engage.
Spot dodge. Can't get too much out of that. Tap, bar, heavy. Great button for Sandalphon. Really does help crush a lot of buttons. Has some really good range to it. Just helps him in his neutral game a ton.
Full DP coming out. The 2H calling out Yoru Sensei for not keeping it meaty.
Once again, that far H just stuffing whatever Yoru wanted to press.
Believe in victory.
Getting a game for Dragalia.
Battle 1. Engage.
The JU. That JU is so hard to anti-air, especially if you already let Sandalphon get to the end of his jump art.
It hits very far down, so if you're not doing your anti-air a little bit earlier than for most characters, you will actually just get hit at your startup.
Battle 2. Engage.
Projectile getting dodged by Yoru Sensei. The DP coming right on out though. No fear, only violence.
Nice. And the BC on the guard crush does not want to let Dragalia take back their turn, but however, they're just gonna be taking it back anyways.
Yeah. There's no BP. The Paradise ult. No, yeah, it's Paradise ult. Okay.
It was lost so much that we forgot what it was called.
Yeah. I was like, I thought it was Paradise Lost, but my mind was still thinking it's Dragalia. It should be Lucy. It should be his Paradise Lost intro.
Battle 1. Engage.
I thought when you said it's like it's Dragalia, it's like, oh, we're gonna make another Dragalia Lost joke.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yet. Not yet. Maybe one day.
Rare footage of Dragalia whipping a button straight into the perfect range of Yoru Sensei. Flash, and Yoru just does not care about any flashes. We're continuing to press.
There we go. Still counter hit. Yoru getting around.
Battle 2.
Still gonna have to just completely turn this game over.
Nice JU once again.
That JU really, really interesting with a jump button. Really does just make it kind of hard to anti-air Sandalphon if you're not ready for it. And I feel like with 2B, it might actually be a bit better since her 2H is a little bit on the slower side, right? So
Yeah.
I wonder how 2B will actually go.
Trying to get out, but cannot. Yoru Sensei being able to stymie the blood flow. Only 2-1 now.
Even victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Not looking good. Didn't land though, so it wasn't a grounded counter hit. Still though, Yoru keeps taking their turn, as much damage as they can.
Nice brave counter. Brave counter right back, but it gets blocked. Finds a counter hit. Last one gone. Gets the throw bait and no BC. No problem.
Battle 2. Engage.
Super counter hit, gonna be getting the full combo right here in this corner. Every time I feel like that's happening, every time Yoru just pushes himself out a little bit too far, there's gonna be a far heavy coming through for Dragalia just to kind of stop any attempt at a reset pressure from Yoru. And it's really just been working out so many times.
Oh, gets the jump out. And yep, Paradise Lost coming out once again. Turning us to that point.
Battle 3. Engage.
Was that just a rising JU that actually hit?
Yeah, JU, quite the button.
Yeah. Got the counter hit, unfortunately didn't believe in it. Nice jump in, just too far away. Not
Back
usually something
row.
you say for 2B.
Nice stall. Able to avoid, great avoiding the tether, the 2H, finally anti-airing JU. Now, Dragalia has one guess before this goes to game 5. Dawn tries to go for the close H, just a little too late to get that nice meaty counter hit. We're going to game 5.
We're also going back to the room. I don't know. I feel like the Sandalphon's still working well, but we're switching back to the Narmaya.
The game 5 Narmaya. This is going to be a tempo swing. Can Yoru Sensei adapt, or will the speed be too high?
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Let's see.
Engage.
Essentially now just becoming a 1st to 1 of all things.
Yeah.
Yoru already doing some pretty good damage out. Half health on Dragalia. Has to make some defensive actions, and there we go with the first DP.
Not getting hit by the 5H, blocking the JH, getting back thrown, and the UDP.
Big spot dodges on these two Ls. Oh, but the Eustace not just too far away from getting the confirm, but even still, just needs a little bit more for Dragalia. DP gets baited, and that should be a kill right here.
Yeah. Goes for a very risky route there. Did not need to go with flip. Could have just done another H to gain meter and then go into SSBA.
Yeah, but if you're gonna put best NA Narm in your name, you gotta style at least a little.
Well, I mean, when Kino notices your Narmaya, you take it.
Exactly.
BC out of the corner from Yoru Sensei. What a good delay DP. And the flip bait. This should be death. Does Dragalia have the route?
Is it enough? It seems like it is, and that's going to be Dragalia taking it 3-2 over Yoru Sensei. The swap. I thought it was back to Yoru or something. I'm like, I feel like we skipped a game, but no! It's actually going to be Senpai on the 2B right here. So, when Tubbie did come out, Senpai was actually piloting this character a good amount. But I hadn't really seen Senpai pick Tubbie too much. After a certain point, it was just more focused on the Matera again. So it is always interesting to me when I get to see Senpai go back to this 2B and see how it's grown.
Apparently, they were playing a little bit of counter pick war in the room. Senpai Spider just decided, you know what? I don't want to even attempt if Fidgeties has a Lucilius. Let's just go 2B. Saw how well it worked out for Yoru Sensei.
Fidgeties now. Find a full combo. Gonna do a good grip of damage, but at the same time, doesn't have much meter to really work with. Senpai can just DP if they need to, or just double jump. You know, that's a really good thing about this character. That double jump really is helpful.
It really, really is. Especially if your opponent is representing the fact that they want to anti-air you, and then you just get a 2H punish. With your JH, JU, whatever your heart desires. And speaking of 2H, but unfortunately couldn't get the dash confirmed.
Yeah, I think he tried to get the dash out and still like correct, get that not the JH, 5H into the corner. Yeah, just not getting the autocorrect on the side.
Battle 3. Engage.
He's going for a very hard call out on round start. Senpai Spider wasn't able to make the most of the punish opportunity a gift.
go. Decent damage going through. It's still 2B SBA, so it's not the most, but still just gonna be one hit away, even throw.
And there's a far H stopping Fidgeties in the advance. Senpai Spider taking game number 1.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, it didn't matter if Fidgeties tried to fake out with the Lucilius. You know, the 2B also is just gonna work out pretty fine, I feel. However, I might be
caught twice.
Marvelous.
Jump startup. BC coming through.
Not enough time for Ult Transient to gain its invulnerability. Senpai Spider is absolutely going to take that meter being just deleted from Fidgeties' stock.
Nice bait with the parry right there. Senpai does have 100 meter that they can spend for anything they could want. Once again, getting around the BC with that parry. Just a little bit more. Nice roll around the bombs. 2H, there we go.
No meter to threaten ult flip, so Senpai Spider feeling very confident about that 2H.
Huh?
I mean, it's got a big vertical hitbox, so makes sense that flip would get counter hit there.
I guess it would. I just wasn't expecting it at that moment.
Oh my!
Let's just hit a really large extended vertical.
That was 5L too.
That was 5L?
Yeah, 5L got counter hit right there.
Brother.
I double checked on the stream. It was like, what got counter hit?
Not gonna be enough. Seems like it
Yes.
could be. There we go.
Made me a little nervous because I thought Ult Transient was gonna come out being Narmaya's highest damaging ender if you're not able to loop another Ult Setsuna afterwards.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be another old Setsuna. So I was like, oh wait, we're just going in the ranging strike? Okay. The counter hit, unfortunately, doesn't really get too much off of that.
Ooh, trying to bait out a second Brave counter. Senpai Spider not biting. Now to the corner.
Meter to spend. Not going to be using any of it, though. Just going to be holding on to it. Misses the meaty. That's going to be a good grip of damage. Not enough to kill, though.
Trying to throw the bomb twice. Fidgeties being very patient. Trying to get in with the flip. Just going to get BC'd back. And runs and gets caught by the whip. Senpai Spider's now up 2-0.
Believe in victory.
Yeah, that thing comes out extremely fast. If you're not ready for it, if you're not spot dodging or rolling, it will just catch you. And that's part of the reason why Senpai was adding so much extra chip damage onto Fidgeties with those pods. Just really wanting to see, it's like, okay, if I can get you down to a certain range, yeah, this extremely fast laser will just catch you. Huh? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I was not ready for
oh my, Setsuna might have a retracted hurt box, but not enough there.
Holding the guard button at least for a little bit, but gets counter hit. Leading now for Fidgeties. However, has to make some really big defensive callouts, and here's one. Gonna be getting the counter hit straight into the SSBA.
And might have needed to actually go. No, it doesn't need it. Okay.
Wow. I don't know. I was a little scared at the last hit. I'm like, wait a minute, does it? So we're gonna have a Willy.
It didn't need that EX flip to add on some extra damage. Nice 2H, not fearing the ult flip. Fidgeties, not. No, did represent it. A little too late. Tubbie's 2H does go a lot higher than is expected.
Watch out for the lasers once again. Just walk and block just to try to get in slowly.
BC gets a 5L hit. And the ult TP from Senpai Spider. Now we're going to set point. Wanting to eliminate Fidgeties right here.
Battle 3. Engage.
Wait right there. Let's see, make out of this. Trying to get the knockdown,
Small
safe jump.
confirm. There's the ult flip that Fidgeties has been looking for.
Can't finish it off quite yet, just needs one more hit. Anything with that flip. Baits out. No, doesn't! He's getting hit with a 0 BP now. And Pie's still gonna be having a chance here.
Yeah, gotta punish. So Fidgeties just not able to even get a Kara into spot dodge. Oh my. Has to be careful, gets the flip. Trying to chip out now. And yeah, cannot spot dodge H Kyoka Suigetsu. And that'll be Fidgeties now on the board.
Going back to
Here's
Rune
the
for a
demo.
moment. Don't think we're actually going to see this swap. I'm a liar.
There is no world in which Senpai does not go back to Matera here.
Onray!
Narmaya.
We're both liars now.
Huh?
Thank you, Senpai. You made it so I'm not alone on this.
1. Engage.
I haven't seen a Senpai Onray in a hot minute.
Same, actually. Used to be that they were just a dual main with this character in my eyes. It's just played the Onray so much, but as of recent, just not really showing it. It's different to see. I wonder how this is gonna go. How is the Onray matchup for Narmaya?
I would like to tell you with confidence, but the last time I fought Redeemer was before Combo Breaker. And yeah, things have changed.
Very true. So far, going about even. That's a good hit and a good round for Fidgeties.
There's still all the same things remain where Onray has a very solid control over neutral until 50 meter gets into effect. And then, of course, in the corner, while Onray has a lot of options, Narmaya explodes. And also is almost immune to flip thanks to his parry.
Probably
What's
also
the ground
around
movement?
these sets in the things up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a strike, so even if his parry did not fully cover projectiles as well.
Flip gets a big counter hit. That should be round and the game. Fidgeties ties it up 2 apiece. Now do we switch to Matera?
Probably.
Matera now.
Either that or go back to the 2B.
That's also a possibility. I'm not getting baited this time. Okay, it seems like it's locked in, and there we go with the Matera.
Narmaya
All right.
versus Matera.
Let's see. Will be a winner's final situation where the final game character swap ends up pulling its weight.
Battle 1. Engage.
As we saw before, this is a lot harder of a matchup to really work through. How this can go is going to be really dependent on how Fidgety really just makes it in on this matchup and really changes things up to make it hard for Senpai. That's a good way of getting through with that Yusetsuna. But how many times can you do that and still get in because these BCs can go crazy? BC now for Senpai, but a reaction super! Wow. There we go. One more round for Senpai now. And they just close it off right here.
Oh, close age counter hit. That's a great way to start off what could potentially be the final round of Fidgety's ParagOnline run.
Air to air. Ooh. Do you spend? I think you should. Just get rid of the BP.
Yeah. Absolutely. Rip away one of Senpai Spider's lifelines and put on extra damage too. Alright, all BP gone. No chance of getting it back.
Gotta watch out about this chip damage as well. Slowly just getting more and more. That's a good hit. That should be able to kill right here. And Senpai Spider is going to be finding it 3-2 over Fidgeties.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Let's see. It's going to be Yoru, Tubbie, Senpai on the Matera for this matchup. So far. You never know. There could be some changes.
Absolutely. All the tether right on in. Nice little side swap though. Senpai Spider trying to create the space, is able to make it.
Nice air to air just to catch the Zephyr. We do like to see that. You're even seeing that a little bit during the Fidgeties set. That was how Fidgeties was trying to keep Senpai down, just trying to say, look, I understand you got this Zephyr, but I'm not going to let you just get out of the corner for free with it.
Oh my god, the IB in the air. Senpai Spider has one Brave Point left. Cannot get hit. Even a hit and run 2B will kill you from just a simple 5L.
What an unfortunate combo drop with that super right there. But if you're Yoru, you're just saying, you know what? I take those. We take those. Every day of the week, we take those.
Absolutely. Oh my, the smack. Right now, Senpai Spider has gotten some space. Yoru Sensei has been very good about closing it in an advantageous way.
Ooh. Nice right there with the air to air. Right into the corner. What more can they really get? BC for BC, but it's still not necessarily the best spots. This mid-screen, even though Senpai's slowly putting their back to their wall, not doing the worst, but now this is a bit of a problem. You gotta worry about the chip as well. Slowly adding up. Can't really press too much. Senpai does have meter to work with.
Yoru Sensei has to let the skill gauge recharge just a little bit. Just trying to bait out something. There's chip out and chip achieved. Yoru Sensei taking the first shot, getting game number 1.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
I'm so used to seeing Senpai be the one to go for these chip kills that it's impressive when I see Yoru get to do it to them. Try to press something, but gets caught by the JM. I'm just kind of stuck in this corner for a little bit.
Old laser, able to get out of the corner off the back of it. Oh my, what? Yeah, good, great air-to-air confirm. Yoru Sensei thankful for combo limit being super heavy. And here's that SSBA just ripping away those brave points.
Trying to bait something out there as well. And still.
Nice dodge on the great ball.
You see, just trying to get one last thing. Trying to also get around the DP, but instead just finds the hit for Senpai. There we go. Good round. It is interesting to think about. We saw before a lot of the times that Fidgeties was getting in against Senpai was using these U flips just to try to change up their jump arcs to, you know, really catch out these anti-air attempts. We're seeing a very similar thing with Yoru, just with these double jumps. And so Senpai is just never really going for a lot of these anti-airs, which gives a lot of more, like, a lot more space for Yoru to work with in the air.
Absolutely, and this airspace is going to be important to who can control it. Tubbie, you know, as we know, really likes to be in the air, but Senpai Spider has shown a very, very big willingness to just be in the air as well. Unfortunately, though, for Senpai Spider, Yoru Sensei is going to claim this round.
Yeah. Tubbie usually a little bit lower on damage, but when you're spending BC like that, you will start feeling the pain. And still, Yoru has to get in multiple times. Senpai's got some really good reactions getting around those wires right there.
We're biding some time. Unfortunately, could not find their correct one. There it is. Just a little bit of damage traded. Able to get in, gets the air-to-air with the follow-up confirmed too. SBA will not be coming in on this one.
Oh, what a jump in as well. Yoru can't quite finish it off.
Still. I don't think Yoru was probably confident enough in the SBA killing, so wants to keep this meter for something, a little bit of a rainy day pocket fun.
Yeah, could use it for the bombs to add on some extra chip damage. Goes for the Volt, and I think that's going to get caught out. No!
Does it, and the Volt does not link into the lasers.
Very unfortunate right there for Yoru, but Senpai getting an opportunity. Gets out of the corner, but Chip is very close right here. BC does whiff.
And finds the hit. Senpai Spider able to piece that game together from the jaws of defeat.
Great job right there for Senpai. Honestly, really, really scary. That was Yoru's round to win, but that one drop, Senpai was just like, you know what? We need to take as much advantage of this as possible. And this buys Senpai a lot more breathing room. Being 1-1 is just infinitely better than being 2 already.
We'll hopping it right out of the corner. Not free from Yoru's pressure, though. Had to wait a little bit longer for that one.
Not close enough for the animation, but Chip is really going to be a factor right here. The clash as well. No way. Okay, that's not
Yoru?
That's okay. I think we just wanted to get the Gunner install. Yeah.
Yoru typically doesn't go for it.
Not typically. Could have possibly also been in this input, but you know, getting the outfit change is you know, more worth it. We're just gonna say it that. You know?
I mean, something. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you do good.
Yeah. Still getting sniped out by the UDP. This back throw. Into the low? Okay. We can get rid of the last BP from Senpai Spider. This talking big for Yoru now.
Marvelous.
And the throw gonna take the round.
Battle 3. Engage.
Getting a punish on that 2M. Even still, getting rid of one of the BP is important.
Gets the 5L hit, not ready to confirm though. Gets the back hit in the air. Woo.
What a conversion with it too. Finding a big counter hit here. Not gonna be building up to super or anything, so we can't get rid of another diamond, but even still, this is a really good opportunity.
Gets the JM, and that's gonna be game 3. Going to Yoru Sensei, turning the score to 2-1.
Now, just taking a moment, but Senpai still sticking with this Matera. Not deciding to swap over to Onrei or even trying to go for this mirror.
Heck. Great fall, finally finding Yoru Sensei, dodging over the 2H as well, but no punish coming from it. Plus frames still did not respect you Butterfly enough. Senpai Spider getting a small confirm off of it. Not gonna take the unblockable.
Yeah, a little surprising there. And still in a really good spot. Has such a huge life lead, and yeah, the anti-air not gonna kill. That did so little damage. I'm sorry, I was just really surprised by that. I'm like, how did that do no damage?
Oh, brave counter that was too preemptive, turned in the Raging Strike, getting punished.
Still keeps the diamond though, so that's at least a small upside.
Big 5H counter hit, not able to confirm fully for Yoru Sensei, but this next hit surely will. And there it is. Quick SBA, taking us to set point.
Let's see here.
Battle 3. Engage.
Yoru's still just been jumping so much and been working out a lot. Really just doesn't have to worry about these butterflies most of the time. Just really just willing to let them go past.
And a throw bait too. Senpai Spider is getting a lot more active on defense, and it's not been working out quite the way that Senpai Spider would like it to.
Go. That gives a confirm. Unfortunately, the second butterfly was too low. Let's get Senpai out of this corner. Back into this mid-screen. Walking back a ton. But he's still side swapping.
Trying to find a way out. Trying to outspeed the U Butterfly, but it's not going to work. Taunting the Great Fall.
Doesn't get a full confirm. Doesn't get brave countering off, but and that's gonna be Yoru Sensei taking it 3-1. You know what? I'm feeling. I don't know. I can kind of feel a little confident there. There's just a little part
that has pulled off robberies that the world has never seen since the likes of Billy the Kid.
Dang.
Bonnie and Clyde even. There I go.
Let's see. Is the robbery gonna be as real as you say it is, or is Yoru gonna be able to take it over this little rat right here?
Got another star? Dragalia, your luck.
Ooh, nice way over the 2H. Make some decent damage. He left. Tried to press for Dragalia. No. No. It worked. It worked. I saw the throw. Yeah, it's gonna work. A lot of damage.
And
2 stars?
Yo.
Whew. But just the laser to go through right there. Don't gotta worry about those stars right now. Go for another throw bait. We're still making this work out. That was gonna be another star if they actually got that off. Dragalia just getting a ton of those.
Another star.
Oh, but can they even use it right here? Doesn't seem so. That's gonna be Yoru cleaning up this round and cleaning up the game. Yoru taking game number 1 against Ratgalia. Here, we're going in the room.
Yeah. Ratgalia not gonna work out. It's on to the next character in the barrel.
And we
Or
are
in the
going to
cylinder,
the
rather.
round.
Yeah, just straight to it. No messing around. Gloves are off.
Narmaya.
So we saw this before as a small little first to one,
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
but
Engage.
now there's a little bit more time here for you.
Great.
Really fast counter hit. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. It's so fun just having a really large base boost at round start. Yeah, now there's a lot more time for Yoru Sensei to just get used to this Narmaya pick, see about how they're going to adapt to it. But still gotta see. Gallia, as the name implies, you know, best NA Narm, is it still gonna be very difficult to get through. Unless you just wake up mashing and then that just works. Yeah, that happens.
Sometimes you just gotta represent it.
Sometimes you just gotta stop thinking about it as a mash and just call it an Abare and just be like, yeah, now this is gonna work. That's
If
how
it works, it's about it. If it doesn't, it's a match. Oh, what a far 8. With the wake up 5L again.
you know, the Abare kind of goes hard
Getting
though.
away with it.
The Abare kind of goes hard though. That's 2 BP gone. Finds the 2L. Gonna be taking this over to the corner. Can't quite get an extension, but even still, life is looking a lot more even now.
Not able to punish the HP Fidgeties, but it's fine. 8. Absolute Horizon. You are.
And that's gonna be Yoru currently up 2-0 against Dragalia.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
We're sticking over with this, with the Narmaya, not trying out the Sandalphon or anything quite yet.
Great.
There we go. Oh, that 2L once again. Already getting this corner. Let's see how long we can keep it. Not for long. Ooh,
Oh my
and the
God,
conversion.
And you get FPA.
You know what? Living up to the name so far. Ooh, and the low as well. Okay.
Battle 2. Engage.
Really, really nice combo right there for Dragalia. Styling gets the confirm again! PC out for Yoru. Gets around the 2H as well. Now out of skill gauge, but still fine. That's the corner. Gets the skill back for a little bit.
Got a 2L. You go for another hit to clean out for sure. Gets the far ace. Gets another hit and gets the raging strike. Galleon is now on the board.
So it may have been that Dragalia was just saying, you know what? Need to give Yoru a handicap because I'm the best NA Narm, you know? Small drop, unfortunate right there. And with the M... Oh no, the M Transit gets the corner, gets over here, and... Oh, you're getting so much extra damage for this.
Oh, gets the meaty, but not able to make a kill out of it. Yoru's starting to get punished more and more for these wake-up buttons. Oh, wow, nice. Air to air. As soon as I say that.
You can't stop the Abare. Sort of 2 diamonds has an opportunity here. Try to get the JH, instead the BC comes through. The BC through for Yoru. Has an opportunity. 0 BP for Dragalia. Finds a good hit, and Yoru takes back the round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh, wow. Rare footage of 2H anti-air whiffing not getting punished by a 2B. And the dev team, welcome on into our grand finals of ParagOnline. Thanks for the raid. Enjoy. Galleon is on the winner's side. Yoru Sensei up in the set 2-1, looking to get a reset in this round.
Oh, and seemingly gonna be finding the round with that TKH flip. That thing has been really rocking the set so far. Yoru's just been getting hit with so many throw baits. Like that. Oh, and it's so much damage too. What you want to see if you're rooting for Yoru right here.
Lives on out of the corner. Gonna start giving Yoru Sensei a lot more trouble here. Gets the air and it confirms. And we're going to game 5. Dang.
Just full on sent it. That was like a super jump, I'm pretty sure, to get around the 2-2L and just making it work so well for Dragalia there. Good press out for Yoru. Gonna be taking this over to the corner. It's not gonna be enough to kill. One more throw. Should be able to take it. Baits it out with a little shimmy. Yoru Sensei. Yeah, you know what? I was just speaking it into existence. You want to go for the throw. It's gonna be there. You're gonna tech the throw. Manifesting a throw bait for you right now.
Yes, Yoru in the corner. The boss who set up and the flip.
Yoru's been getting caught by that so much. It's the same thing every time, but they're still getting caught.
Galleon should have just gone for the Eustace. Could have killed right then and there. Now has to get another touch and finds the gap to get HQ with Spaghetti.
See, right now we're sitting at both reset and tournament point. All dependent on this one last round. Let's see who's gonna take it. Good way to start things off for Yoru. Counter hit 2-2L, taking over to the corner.
Gets the back throw. Gets the ult parry. Quite a good option there. Comes out of the corner, gets the 2L reset. And the BC was not delayed. Galleon is going to get the Raging Strike and take ParagOnline. Sure, Granblue 71.